there, boys and girls, and welcome to your experiment station. Well, I'm your guide, Hammy, and guess what? I have another experiment for us to do today. Well, before we start off, I wanted to ask you, what are we learning today? What is our Bible point? Does anyone know? Can I get some answers? Beyond the 12? I am set apart, right? Beyond the 12, I am set apart. Well, with that being said, let's quickly get into what I have ready for us today. All right, so as you can see, we have some balloons here and we have some powder, some white stuff here. Okay, some powders here. So let me explain to you what this all is. So let's start off with first these balloons over here. So we have these two balloons that represent both you and me and everybody actually. All your friends, your families, everybody in this world. All right? It's just all of us. Now let's get to these powders. All right? So the powder here represents a world without Jesus. When you choose to not have the Word of God within you. It might look really good to see or to be, very easy also to be, but it does not have power. It might look like it has a lot of power, but deep down it does not. Where on the other hand, this is the Word of God within us. When you choose to have the Word of God within you, willingly, you have a power that is so unimaginable. A power that could last you a lifetime. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. That power goes beyond you and me for generations and generations. It's infinity. It's more than our lifetime. Isn't that amazing? Well, let's quickly get to what we are actually doing in this experiment. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this, the powder that represents, looks like power, but not actually power. Something that does not have the Word of God in it. All right, I'm going to take this balloon over here and I'm going to add this so-called materialistic thing into this person. All right, when you choose to be. So let me quickly just add a little bit here. Ooh. Maybe I should add a little bit more. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, then let me quickly, a little bit. All right, so I've added this here and I'm just going to quickly tie a knot. All right, so it stays inside. All right. Okay, so I just tied that there. Next, we're going to have this balloon. All right, and I'm going to take the Word of God that is going to be within us. When you choose to have the Word of God within you, and I'm going to pour that in here. Ooh, nice. Let's add some more. Oh, I feel like I'm dropping it in a bit more because I'm feeling generous. All right, that's a lot. All right, so let me just keep this aside. Let me also tie a knot for this. So remember, children, we are learning that beyond the 12, we are set apart. All right, so now I have these two balloons filled with these two powders or whatsoever. And I want to ask you something. What do you think is going to happen when I, punch it down, or like when I'm going to push, put some pressure on it? Because you and I both know that living in this world is going to be really difficult. We're going to be overwhelmed with a lot of decisions we have to make and a lot of, situations that we have to go through. When those pressures are put on you, what do you think is going to happen? Well, let's just see what happens to these balloons. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready to put my pressure. Are you ready to see what's gonna happen? All right, let's see. Oh, do you look at what's happening here? Do you look at this? This, wow, oh, it's still growing. I'm scared it might burst on my face for some reason. All right, but how come nothing has happened? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a moment there. Can you see what has happened to both of them? The one that I put the powder with, that does not have the word of God in it, looks like it has power. Both of them look the same, by the way. You cannot differentiate that easily. Even if I smell it, no. They don't smell like anything actually. So I can't even differentiate actually between what is the word of God and what is not. I am confused now. I might have mixed the two. I don't know which is the word of God and which is not. They might look the same, but they are not the same. Only when you are put through trials and temptations, or when pressure is put to you, you know that this has the word of God in it. This has that special powder in it. Just like that, we are also set apart. We are called to be set apart. Today we are learning from Jeremiah chapter 1 verses 5 that before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And before you were born, I set you apart. Jesus is telling us that even before we were born, He has set us apart. We were born to be set apart. I want to tell you one more thing. Being set apart doesn't mean being isolated or being, separated from society or whatever. But being set apart means you're choosing to put God first. You're choosing to be in His family. You might be living in this world, but you are of God's family. That is why God has set you apart. And that is why we are learning today that beyond the 12, I am set apart. With that being said, guys, looks like I have to leave, and I think we are almost done. Till next time, bye-bye. This is Hammy signing off.